All right, so now let's talk about what it looks like in a normal day to be a coach and how much time does it really require. So, this is really going to look different for every single coach. And, like we talked about in the last video, whether you have chosen to be a discount coach or you want this to be a hobby, or maybe you really want to make this a part time job or maybe a full time job, the time that you put into it is going to vary because obviously the time you put into it is going to alter the results, right? So, one of the first things I will help you do when I become your coach is define your goals and define the time you are willing to commit to really show up every day and put into this business. If you want to treat it truly like it's your own business, it does take time and it takes hard work. And that's why it's important that, like we talked about yesterday, you know your why. And that makes it so much more fun and so much more meaningful. Um, you know, for me, right now in my current state of life, I am a wife, I'm a Bible study leader, I'm a sister, I work full time, and so it plays into how much time I'm able to put into the business. And so for me, I have made a commitment to put a power hour into my business every single day. And that's not counting at the beginning of the week when I schedule out my posts and things like that. But in that power hour, I spend time doing the three vital behaviors: being a product of the product, um, inviting, and professional and personal development. So that for me is a non-negotiable in my business, and it's really something that if you are going to work this business, you pretty much need to put a power hour in every single day if you really want to work this business and see it actually produce income. But here in Team Equip, we are really focused on doing things that are business producing. So we don't want to waste time doing things that are not going to help grow your business. So, like I talked about, my day really looks like this. So, in the mornings, I wake up, I spend time with Jesus. Um, I then go and, or usually drink my Shakeology, then I go and work out. And then usually I hop onto my challenge group and I check in with them. I make sure everything's going well. Then I usually sit down and I time mark on a piece of paper what time it is, and I spend exactly an hour working my business. I either listen to the National Wake Up Call, which is kind of like a team call for the whole country where you can get on and hear a speaker on Monday mornings, or maybe I spend some time reading just a chapter from EntreLeadership, or things like that. And then, I also set up time to talk to my coaches, talk to everyone in Team Equip in my Facebook page, and continue to grow and develop that team of coaches. The thing is that coaching is at your own pace. So my goals are, for example, have continued to grow the longer I have become a coach. So when you sign up to be a coach, you might have these certain goals at first, but eventually those could turn into really huge goals because you see and you realize how big this business is and how much potential there is in it. So for me, when I first started out with coaching, I thought, hey, this is something I would love to do when I'm able to stay home one day. But now I'm like, I want to do this ASAP. I'm working this business because I want to quit my job and be able to really grow this business. And so the amount of time that you put in is really going to pay off in the long run, because it's directly correlated to what your results are going to be. And right now, I'm really focused on paying for me my husband's trip to Punta Cana next year. So I'm working really hard because then I'll be able to not only make money, but then make money towards our trip. So this time I could commit at different seasons of life. And so, right now I'm able to commit this, but later I might be able to commit way more. So it just really depends on where you are in your season of life and really what your goals are and where you're trying to get to. And so, like I said, for me, I am so focused on growing this business because I want to be able to stay home with my babies one day. And so it really is the fuel and the why to why I'm working so hard to get this business going.